A Tax Job and Bookkeeping Service Guide. Chapter 1. A Tax Job Guide. Tax examiners, collectors, and revenue agents' job career websites. Office of Personnel Management. 703-724-1850 or TDD 978-461-8404. usajob.opm.gov. Internal Revenue Service. 1111 Constitution Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20224. Jobs.irs.gov. Tax Accountant Job Websites. National Association of Tax Professionals. natptax.com. Certified Public Accountants. aicpa.org/publications.html. aicpa.org/career.html. aicpa.org/publications/tax.html. aicpa.org/interest-areas/young-cpanetwork.html. nsdp.org/event-calendar. aicpa.org/cpenconferences.html. American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. ICPA. 1211 Avenue of the Americas, NYC 10036 to 8775. 212-596-6200. service@aicpa.org. aicpa.org. National Association of Enrolled Agents NAEA. 1730 Rhode Island Avenue NW. Number 400. Washington, D.C. 20036-3953. 855-880-6232. info@naea.org. naea.org. National Association of Tax Professionals /NATP. POB 8002. Appleton, Wisconsin 54912-8002. 800-558-3402. natp@natptax.com. natptax.com. National Society of Accountants. NSA. 1330 Braddock Place, Number 540. Alexandria, Virginia 22314-1650. 800-966-6679. Members at nsacct.org. nsacct.org/home. National Society of Tax Professionals NSTP. 11700 Northeast 95th Street, Number 100. Vancouver, Washington 98682-2411. 800-367-8130. taxes@nsdp.org. nsdp.org. Tax Job Websites 1. There are several levels of tax preparers. An enrolled agent is the highest, certified level. Books about taxes are at #336.2-9 and #352.44 at the library, HJ2361.R67 of the Library of Congress System and the Government Documents section. There are also tax books in the legal section, #343.05 to #343.7105 and #347.303. Look in the yellow pages under Tax Preparation Services. acatcredentials.org, 888-289-2228, 703-549-2228, Trade Group of Accredited Tax Advisors. Institute for Professionals in Taxation. 600 North Park Town Center, 1200 Abernathy Road. #L2. Atlanta, Georgia 30328-1040. 404-240-2300. ipt.org. abstractdataservices.com. ipb.org, American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers. americans-programs-computerized-accounting.html. careermag.com/job.asp?id =$6658335, Income Tax Preparation Clerk. federaldirect.us. handarblock.com, major tax company. harvardaccounting.com/publications.html. hrblock.com. hrblock.com/career/opportunities.html. hrblock.com/learning/self-employment.html. etaxjobs.com. hrblock.com/taxes, 800 tax 7733. icaccounting.com, list of accountants. irs.ustrees.gov/plain/bus_info/tax_pro/index.html, Tax Professionals Corner. jacksonhewitt.com. jacksonhewitt.com, tax franchise. Learn accounting at home. businessopportunity.com/home_bookkeeping_business.htm. libertytaxfranchise.com. nactp.org, Association of Computerized Tax Processors. NAIA.org, 301-212-9608, National Association of Enrolled Agents. natptax.com, 800-242-3430, National Association of Tax Practitioners. natax.com. ncsainc.org, North Carolina Society of Accountants. oncampus.richmond.edu/academics/scs/thinkagain/professional/income tax. online-education.net/courses/tax-preparation-courses.html. peoplestax.com/school. personaltaxman.com. prostaff.com, 800-938-WORK. taxgigs.com. taxgigs.net. taxjobs.ca. taxjobschicago.com. taxjobsite.com. taxmama.com. taxtalent.com. taxtalent.com. taxtalent.com/taxjobs. tctc.edu/lifelong_learners/career/incometax.htm, the Tri-County Technical College main campus. tscpa.careerbank.com. upstatetax.com/taxschool/brochure.pdf. usajob.gov, 800-877-8339, work for the federal government. vscpa.com, Virginia Society of CPAs. wcs.info/courses.htm. webcpa.com. withinirs.gov/individuals. National Association of Enrolled Agents. 6000 Executive Boulevard, 205. Rockville, Maryland 20852. 800-424-4339. NAIA.org. Get the name and address of a qualified person in your area who can do complicated tax returns. National Society of Accountants. Accreditation Council for Accountancy and Taxation. 1010 North Fairfax Street, Alexandria, Virginia 22314. 703-549-6400. nspia.org. Get a list of accredited schools. National Tax Training School. 4 Melnick Drive, Monsey, New York 10952. 800-914-8138. natax.com. Learn to prepare taxes and get a job during tax time. Tax job websites too. Accreditation Council. Accountancy and Taxation. ACAT. 1313 Braddock Place, number 540. Alexandria, Virginia 22314-1694. 888-289-7763. acatcredentials.org. HNR Block. Education and Training Programs. 800-472-5625. hrblock.com. Institute of Tax Consultants. ITC. 7500 212th SW. Number 205. Edmonds, Washington, 98026-7617. 425-774-3521. taxprofessionals.homestead.com/welcome.html. The Internal Revenue Service. Certification requirements and other information. Tax Professionals. Internal Revenue Service. IRS. 800-829-1040. irs.gov/for-tax-pros. The National Association of Tax Professionals. NATP. POB 8002. Appleton, Wisconsin, 54912-8002. 800-558-3402. natp@natptax.com. natptax.com. The National Society of Tax Professionals. NSTP. 11700 Northeast 95th Street, Unit Number 100. Vancouver, Washington, 98682-2411. 800-367-8130. taxes@nsdp.org. nsdp.org. Chapter 2. Offer a bookkeeping service. Learn about a bookkeeping service. CertifiedPublicBookkeeper.org, National Association of Certified Public Bookkeepers, NACP, serves bookkeepers providing bookkeeping services to the public. Bookkeeping Service 1. Time is something that many small or home businesses never seem to have enough of. Many times while trying to run and manage a business, crucial business aspects such as bookkeeping are not handled as they should. Your bookkeeping business is a much needed service that numerous businesses have neither the time nor the expertise to do themselves. It makes sense that a business owner would want to spend more time doing whatever it is they do to make money than doing their bookwork. The bookkeeper's clients drop off their receipts and sales slips for posting to a ledger or computer data bank. The client is provided monthly statements and information for his yearly taxes, plus any other contracted services. Although it would be nice to have a full-capacity computer operation and an MBA in accounting, there is room and a real need for less than expert, at a lower price, bookkeeping services. Not all small businessmen can afford or even need a lawyer or professional accountant. Many simply need someone to keep track of their day-to-day operations so they can tell where they are financially and stay out of trouble with the IRS. A single entry ledger is a simple form of bookkeeping for uncomplicated operations that does not require any special skill or training. The ledger would have 5 columns. Date, description, what was done or bought, invoice, ticket or check number, expenses, and income. When the customer buys product, the receipt is filed and a line in the ledger filled out with the amount spent written in under expenses. When he is paid for the job, another line is filled out and the amount received is listed under income. At the end of the month, total the expense and income columns to see how he did. Meanwhile, the tax preparer can check the expense items to see which ones are listed and how. The bookkeeper is legally obligated to accurately and honestly reflect client profits that come to his or her attention. Professionals often advise their clients to be honest, and if they aren't, don't tell them. Although it is quite possible to start a bookkeeping service with hand-kept records, especially the single entry, a profitable operation will eventually require a computer. With some practice and a good records-keeping software program, you will learn to operate a complex bookkeeping service. You will be able to personally handle at least 10 times the volume of records. As receipts are brought in, you simply add the information to each customer's file, disk. The computer does all the figuring for you and prints out the reports. Smart computer users back up their important files. There are just too many things that can happen to a hard drive. It can be inadvertently erased by a magnet, damaged by static electricity from a television or the rug, or by an electrical surge during a storm or when the lines are being worked on. It can be double exposed, new data written on top of old. Buy 2 hard drives and copy everything onto your second one after every day's work. Hard drives crash, so watch it. The client's product will usually be an orderly report of all of his invoices, tickets, checks, etc., things the IRS requires, that he brings to you, plus a monthly statement and any other requested options that you offer and he has requested and pays for. Clients are charged for your time for daily posting, for reports they receive, plus any additional services or information they may require, such as yearly totals for tax computation. Fees for these are usually based on operator time, computer time, different rates, plus the number and type of reports. Hourly charges average about $20, depending on the locality, account size, and the degree of your expertise. A bookkeeping service is similar to a word processing service in that accuracy is extremely important and business connections are especially beneficial. Join the Chamber of Commerce, Rotary, etc. That is where to find potential customers. Have quality stationery, business cards and brochures. Be visible in community business-related affairs, charity balls, cookouts, fundraisers. Place an ad in the service section of the paper and mail out brochures describing your service to business in your area. Try to get an easy-to-remember phone number or convert it to a catchy word. List your number in the business section of the paper name with A to get listed first in the yellow pages. The bookkeeping business can be expanded with the addition of specialized computer programs and / or more terminals for more hired assistants. Each has a keyboard and screen but they all use the same computer. You can also increase your business by expanding your capabilities. Take extension or commercial, even correspondence, courses in accounting and income tax. Another suggestion is to find a professional consultant, such as a CPA that you can go to for advice when necessary. He will probably not worry about the competition because you will handle accounts that couldn't afford him anyway. In the final analysis, with modern software making it all easy, you could do the books for small businesses, nursing homes, doctors, lawyers, etc. Bookkeeping Service 2. The tax code has the public more confused than ever. If you are an accountant for a company, you can earn excellent part-time profits by offering tax consultation and tax preparation in your community. If you're not trained as an accountant, you can receive education from various sources. If you visit your local computer or software store, you will quickly learn that there are many bookkeeping software packages available to meet your business requirements. If you're a novice at bookkeeping, teach yourself the basics by visiting your local library or take a short course at a local community college. When you begin, all you have to supply is the knowledge and your customers will supply the numbers. You may have to spend a little time with a client in the beginning to determine what their needs are and if their system could be improved. Every small business is a potential customer. To begin with, place an ad in the business section of your local newspaper. Have business cards printed up and distribute them to all businesses you come into contact with. When you begin to get customers, charge a set fee for setting up the books and a monthly rate thereafter. Check with other services to determine what the market rate is. Contrary to popular belief, an extensive knowledge of tax laws is not necessary for this business. You are required to simply fill in the blanks, not give legal advice. Knowledge of simple arithmetic is all you need. Computer software will handle anything more complex. After familiarizing yourself with the current annual rules and regulations, you can begin. Informational publications are available from your local IRS office, irs.gov. You can call for information on how to complete a particular form, laws, regulations, etc. You don't need a license and you can train in a few weeks to either work for yourself or one of the major tax companies who always hire people at tax time. If you really like it, you can study, take tests and get licensed federally as an enrolled agent. Then you can work full-time helping clients who are in trouble with the IRS or getting audited. In the end, bookkeeping and taxes are those boring jobs that every legitimate business has to do, so if you can do it, business will always be good. Books about taxes are at number 336, #343.71 and HJ4662 at the library.